know this, but JD said you guys went to Mercer's camps and he was ticked off when they didn't recruit him, and so I think he said it was personal tonight. Did you know the background on that? What do you think of that?
Didn't know the background on it. It's good to know. I guess I wish I would have known pre-game. He did not discuss that with me at all. You know, obviously we needed JD's points. You know, he's been working on those logo shots and took a couple, and one of them was decent and another one was, you know, we got to work on our shot selection across the board as a team. I mean, I'm just going to start rambling and get off the stuff. I mean, we've got to have a better assist to turnover ratio. It's you know, we've now have a body of work of 3 games, and so that's got to get better for sure. I thought our effort, energy was phenomenal. I thought DC Tony was off the, I mean, he was, in my opinion, not even close player of the game. We did not run one play for him, and he scored 18 points in the most efficient way you possibly can, going 7-9 from the field, and had 5 boards, obviously, and 11 total boards. So he was phenomenal. I mean, it's a great lesson for any player at any level, whether it's 3rd grade CYO or YMCA ball or high school or whatever. Like, you don't need plays run for you to score. You cut hard, you play hard, you offensive rebound, and you find open holes in the defense. So I thought he really saved us by the way that he played unselfishly throughout the course of the game.
And Devo didn't take a shower, get to the free throw. How crazy was that? That's what you make of that.
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying to figure out, you know, who we are. I mean, I thought Devo did an incredible job guarding number 2 Alvarez, first team all-league player. There was only 10 players in their league that were all-league player. We really focused on number 22 and 2, and I thought we did a great job. I mean, you hold Alvarez to 8 points on 13 shot attempts. Devo was on him most of the game, and up until the last 20 seconds when Alvarez got an and one, he was really held in check with 6 points through 31 minutes, again, up until that last play that he scored on. So defensively, you know, I don't think anybody could have played any better than Devo did defensively tonight.
Kevin? Unless you guys end up dominating most of the categories, but 3-point shooting again, you had a good effort the last exhibition game tonight. Is the up and down on the 3-point defense a matchup thing, or is this stuff that you guys are doing and staying connected?
I mean, I'm teaching 3-point defense just like I did with the year 1 team when we led the nation. You know, we got it. Chris has to guard the 3-point line better for sure. Adis has to guard the 3-point line better. Stam, so it's basically our 3 new guys. You know, have got to understand our principles, and it's still early. Hopefully, it won't be a reoccurring theme, but certainly, Kevin, through 2 of the 3 times that we've been out in public, because they torched us from 3. I mean, 13 threes is, you know. But hey, on the flip side, Coach Ruda does a great job with the schedule. Like we feel they're a really good team. We felt that coming into the game. We felt that they had 2 guys that in their league are very dominant. Just like we scheduled Oral Roberts and Abilene Christian in North Texas last year, we think that we just played a very good basketball team that's extremely well coached.
Scott?
Just go back to DC, his activity on the glass and even, I guess, with loose balls, that's something you expected, because I can see it not close doors.
Yeah, Scotty, like when we recruited, I mean, we tried to look at what we were losing, you know, and Justin Smith did so much for us. You know, most importantly, Justin and Jalen Tate controlled our locker room and our attitude on a daily basis. We need 2 leaders like that still to step up in that locker room. But we needed a guy that could do what Justin did for us, because we didn't run a lot of plays for Justin, but Justin really rebounded the ball. He scored without plays being run for him. He was a great cutter and an excellent offensive rebounder. And certainly, I think if you watch tape of Adis, he can really finish in transition, and some of the things he did at Pitt were some areas that we felt we needed to fill Smith's spot last year.
Jacob?
Eric, just what was the message at halftime after a first half like that?
I don't know what it is, but we historically for a long time, we've been much better in the second half. I guess I do a better job in the first half coaching. But I thought we came out pretty good. I thought that, we went with, Jay Will. Once we hit our six-man, Jay, I thought we were playing really well. Then Chris came in and they hit a couple shots on him. I thought they got a little bit of confidence, some momentum. But I thought in the second half, to outscore them, 25 to 46, I thought we played the way we needed to play.
Curtis?
Coach, what led to your decision to start Jalen Williams in the second half, and what do you think of the impact he made in that second half?
Jalen was awesome. He's our best facilitator. I can't play him at the point, but he's like, we need his passing. He's a willing passer. He's got great vision. I didn't start him. I told Chuck on the pregame, I didn't start him because when we started this prep, he wasn't part. He was still injured. And I think you saw, like, from a win standpoint, we really need him as quickly as we possibly can to get in better shape. But his effort, his basketball IQ, his understanding who to pass to, when to pass to him, I thought he was phenomenal. I'm not even he's going to start next game. He's a starter for us. Like I said, when we started this prep, he wasn't available. But he's going to start. I don't know who else is, but I know he's going to start.
Kevin? Going back to three-point shooting on offense, no telling lifespan the guys have been getting the makes preseason and then again tonight. Is that a concern? And then for Lights, this guy has a way of getting the free throw line. We talk a little bit about his knack for getting contact and getting to that line.
Yeah, Chris is so explosive off 1 and 2 bounces. He's got, he's got three-point threat. He's got, I just think he's a guy that gets into the teeth of the defense, and he's hard to keep in front. So certainly, Kevin, his FTAs are really important, and the three-point shooting, you got to work to become a really good three-point shooter, and it's a concern. But on the flip side, maybe we're not going to be a team that shoots a lot of threes, and we're going to have to create offense through defense and jumping in passing lanes, and that might be who this team is. We don't know what our identity is right now, just like we didn't know what our identity was, last year at this time either. So, hopefully we get some other guys to knock down threes, but those two guys, I feel really confident that when they let it go, it's going to at least have a chance.
Bob? What do you think of the spark Mike skating off the bench? He got fouled twice on threes, 6 free throws right there. That was big.
Yeah, Chris is. He's. Look, you're talking about a guy that's started most of his career and a proven ACC player. I went to him and told him, hey, last year, JD was. I needed to look down there and feel that I had a spark and a punch if we got down, and that's how I feel about Chris. I think it's a good role for him. As of right now, he's been willing to accept that role and embrace that role. And if you're playing 26 plus minutes off the bench, that's pretty good burn.
You feel like JD's probably a starter now?
Yeah, I think that JD knows our system, and he did, defensively. The reason he had 7 assists, one, he's got great anticipation, one, he's willing to fight through screens, but he also knows our game plan. If you ask him what we're doing, he's locked in on our game plan like an NBA player. There's not many guys that I've been around. I think Tate and Smith were locked in on every game plan from mentality. The Martin twins were locked in from knowing the game plan in Nevada, and I think JD, some people might not understand that, but he's really, really knows where the opposition's offense is trying to go to, and that's why he's got great anticipation blowing plays up.
Nick? Way in the back. Just so much buildup has been through this season of getting fans back into Bud Walton Arena. How did you feel after, this is last season there wasn't that many fans in the stands. How did it feel to have a night like tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought our crowd was great. Are we thankful? 1,000%. I mean, I talk about it every day in practice, how when every seat is sold out, we don't know who's going to show on a night-to-night basis, but every seat, when they're sold, you have an obligation to play really hard. And I thought we did play hard, and I thought the crowd was awesome. And I mean, historically, if you win basketball games at Arkansas, you're going to draw really well, and you're going to have one of the best home court advantages in college basketball. I mean, it got loud in there, and it was, hopefully people walked out and said it was an entertaining game.
Curtis?
Coach, you talked about converting defense to offense. Can you just talk about the steals and the turnovers that you generated to do that in the second half? And is that the type of defensive effort that you envision this team is capable of on a consistent basis?
Yeah, I mean, I hope, I think, JD and Devo, those two guys in particular, are high steal players. Chris Likes is going to have to be a high steal player. Surprisingly, Jalen Williams, for his position and his size, I think he's got good anticipation when the ball goes in the post. Certainly Trey Wade's a guy that can be disruptive from a defensive standpoint. So yeah, I think we can. Hope we can. If we keep turning it over, we have to.
Coach, this is now 3 times that you've mentioned assist-to-turnover ratio. When you have a group of guards that are so good at creating their own shot, how do you avoid kind of reining that in while still promoting ball movement?
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a guy take a shot than turn it over. So I guess that's what JD did. He didn't turn it over much, but he took a shot. But at least we got a chance for a DC to go grab it and put it back in. If we turn it over, we got no chance. So just don't turn the ball over and get a shot on goal. I mean, I know it's a soccer term. I'm sure Coach Hale uses it all the time, but you got to get shots on goal. And certainly we want good shots, but I'd rather have a bad shot than a turnover. The worst thing in basketball is a live ball turnover. Absolute worst possible thing that can happen, because the conversion rate, the analytics tell you, is through the roof. So don't have a live ball turnover.
Anything else? Devin?
Where were you at with the injuries as far as who couldn't play tonight?
Everybody could play, Tried to play 9 guys first half, felt uncomfortable, thought it disrupted rhythm, won't happen again. Can't play 9 guys in a 20-minute, not the way we play. We're not up pressing and, and then you got to play your minutes when you go in. If you play 30 seconds, you got to contribute. That's how you get a minute. If you play a minute, you got to play well in there. That's how you get 2 minutes, and so on and so forth. So, probably not see 9 guys in the first half against Gardner.
Anything else? Just a reminder, tomorrow, 2 o'clock,